Hello, I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and today we're going to look at how we improve our impact position in a golf swing. So if this is your first time to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about helping you play better golf. And if one of the best ways to play better golf is to hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and then you're on your way. So as I said, today we're looking at how to improve the impact position in a golf swing. And I'm a full-time golf coach here in Melbourne, and I do an awful lot of golf lessons. And of late, I'm seeing a lot of the same problem coming in with most people's golf. Their impact position is absolutely terrible. And I've got to say, it's not their fault. They're misinterpreting what is being said. So how do we get a really good impact position in golf? That's a good question, and I think we should start with the end in mind. So one of the best ways to work out where the correct impact position is in golf, I believe, is to take your setup. I've got a 7-iron here, so I'm taking my 7-iron, and what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to hold my upper body in the same position, and I'm just going to turn my hips slightly to the left. In doing so, I'm not going to turn my shoulders to the left. I'm just going to turn my hips to the left, and my right heel gets raised off the ground just a little bit. So by doing that, that's the position I want to feel like I'm in when I'm at impact. So I get back up here and I get down here. Golf is a dynamic movement, so we always have our hips slightly open and our shoulders almost square, but not quite as open as the hips. So they're marginally open. The biggest mistake I see is people are coming to me and they're thinking of creating lag. And lag is a good thing, but in moderation. It's a bit like someone saying, gee, 2 aspirin makes me feel better. I think I'll take the whole bottle. It's a disaster. You know, what is lag? Lag is getting back with the handle or the butt of the club slightly in front of the club face at impact, but that's just a fraction of a second in time. When we see a still photograph of someone in this position, it doesn't really tell you much about the club head speed. So the club head speed's traveling at about 90 miles an hour. The butt of the club is probably traveling at about 20 miles an hour, but when we see this picture of the hands just slightly in front of the club head, people assume that the next frame after that is still maintaining the hands in front of the club head, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of. If you do that, the result is more than likely going to be a shank. So what we really need to do is just work on that setup position, turn the hips. That's the feeling of what we have, but we must get the club head through in front of our hands. There isn't a player that keeps their hands in front of the club much beyond impact, unless they're trying to hit a low shot into the wind. But even then, that's a special shot and they don't do it for very long. So we just get that there, hands slightly in front. But the big secret here is that when I do it from this angle, and we do that, we want our shoulders to be just very slightly open or square, but our hips, you can see, are very open. They're in that position, and my shoulders are more in that position. So as I swing that club, I'm getting into that position, the club face rotates through impact, and then we can hit a decent golf shot. So another way that I find is quite successful in doing so, we could actually use the golf bag. I drag my golf bag across here. I think it's a good idea to practice that we don't want to do that. We want to create almost the dead heat. So we don't want to hit the bag, we don't want to break anything. We don't want to get the club head hitting the bag first. We don't want to get that. It's somewhere down here in between. That's a really good way of improving your impact position in a golf swing. Thank you for letting me help you with your golf. I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor. And if you really want to improve your golf, as I said, hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and that way you're going to be kept informed of all of my upcoming videos, and you won't miss a thing. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video.